Hey everyone! So, today we're going to be going over another recipe. This is probably going to be the longest cooking process and simultaneously one of my shortest videos because where it's a slow cooked roast, a lot of the process is just waiting. So, let's go ahead and we'll get started on this apple roast. So first thing that I thought I would do this time is I would show you some of the prices as well as the ingredients before we actually get into it. So to start, here is what we're going to be putting in our slow cooker. We have our meat, and you can kind of see there it's on its side there, $15.99, so about $16. I got a big thing of barbecue sauce. We will not be using the whole thing for about 12, and then a bag full of Granny Smith apples for about $4. So definitely keep that in mind. And let's go ahead and bring up a video from Stanley. So Stanley, did you want to introduce yourself again? All right, you know what? Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and bring up his video here. Now, we have had some strange editing issues where we're getting black bars on the side of one of our clips. Don't worry too much about that, or hopefully it doesn't bother you too much, I guess I should say. But let's go ahead and get into that first video. So, here we have our slow cooker. Now we're going to put in a small thin layer of sauce on the bottom just so it doesn't burn and stick to the bottom there. We'll get that spread out even. Whoa, Stanley. All right. All right, that's okay. That's okay. So next, you'll take that roast. It's like a chuck roast, and you'll be putting that on top of the sauce. And yes, then the apples. You're good, Stanley. So you'll cut up the apples and put them on top of the roast and the barbecue sauce. Now, Stanley did decide to add a little of apple juice as well. Now, I know I didn't have that included on our price point there, but that's roughly $2. Next, we're going to, of course, turn on our slow cooker, and we're going to put it on low for about 8 hours. So you probably want to have this prepared before lunch if you're going to have it for dinner. So definitely keep that in mind. Now here we are with about 2 hours left, and you can see that those apple slices have started to burst. They're getting soft, they're getting mushy. They just kind of fall apart as you push them aside. And here Stanley is just checking the meat to see what kind of progress we're getting. And look at that. He's kind of tugging on it a little bit, but it's practically falling apart. Like, ooh, ooh. Look at that. All right. So, you want it to go the full length. You could go for the full amount of time. Or, I'm sorry, you want to go the full amount of time. You could just kind of go based on its temperature, but I would recommend going the full amount of time just so that it gets really soft. Now, I have heard some people say that that means it is overcooked. Personally, I think that means that you cooked it nice enough that it's nice and tender. Now, next up, we're going to look at some things that we're going to put on the sides here. And that is going to be our ingredients for doing garlic cheddar mashed potatoes. So we have a bag of golden potatoes. That is about $4. A big thing of garlic salt was 12, and a huge block of cheese. It looks very small there, but that's because it's already been used quite a bit. But that block of the cheddar is going to be about $12 as well, kind of depending on where you get it. And we use extra sharp cheddar. So let's go ahead and bring up that video where he's getting the potatoes prepared. So there we have our potatoes diced up. Now we like to cook them in milk so that we have a little bit of creaminess. If that's not your thing, you can always do a little bit of water. Anyway, you could do water. And we're more cooking it so it gets soft. We do a light sprinkling of the garlic salt across the top there. And then we put in our chopped up cheddar. Our cheddar, Stanley. Yeah, you don't have it cut up? Alright, well apparently it doesn't have the cheddar cut up. And then we're also going to do green beans. Green beans are... Stanley. It's a 50-cent can of green beans. So if you're looking to save money, that's definitely a good option. And there we have where it's all finished up. We got our roast. We got our potatoes. And we got our green beans, our sides there. And there it is all plated up. Maybe not the most presentable because it was on styrofoam, but you know, you work with what you have. But it is a very good meal, very effective, filling, and with what we did there, it was about 4 potatoes, it was it was the garlic salt, the cheddar, you know, some different things. We were able to create about 8 different servings from just those few ingredients. Now, we did buy some things in bulk, the large block of cheddar, the big thing of garlic salt, but if you were to break it down, you're looking at a pretty decent price per meal considering. But alright, should be all set there. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, if you like this stuff, I'm sorry, children waking up from their nap, so it looks like I have to go, and that's good timing. But thank you so much for watching. Do the usual YouTube things, stay safe, and as always, have a great rest of your day, evening, whatever it is.